Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video. And today we are going to be talking about something a little bit different, which is Doordash. And if you guys don't know what Doordash is, it is a food delivery service, and something that I've actually been doing for a couple months now. So I'm going to kind of talk about like my experience with it. And this is, I know, something completely different from what I normally post, but maybe this will be the video that gets me a little bit of traction on the channel. Hope so. But anyways, guys, let's just go ahead and dive into it. So um, I chose DoorDash over Uber Eats, which is another food delivery service, um, as a side job. You know, it's like kind of like a side hustle, if you want to call it that. And so far, you know, I've been pretty pleased with it. There have been ups and downs. You know, times where I've made a good amount of money, and sometimes where I was just like out there waiting and not getting a single order for like 2 hours. So that has happened before. So there's times like that. But overall, I would say that I'm pleased with it. I feel like it's a good way to make some extra money. Now it does keep you on your toes. I will say that. So let's just go ahead and dive a little bit further into what I mean by that. There's all kinds of orders you can receive on there. So you can get like Walmart orders, which, by the way, I would not take Walmart orders unless they're tipping you like really good, because sometimes it sucks. And I'm going to go into an experience about that right now. So since we're on the topic of Walmarts, I had this order for 84 items or like 94 items, something like that. So it was a lot of items. And guess what? They were on a third story apartment, and I had to go up and down the stairs multiple times to deliver all their groceries. And I only got tipped, I think, like $3 or $4, something like that. So it wasn't that good for that. So ever since that happened, I stopped taking Walmart orders. I used to take them every once in a while. It depends on the pay. Sometimes you can make like $10.50 for one order, which is pretty good. You know, the base pay of DoorDash is unfortunately like $2.50 or $3. I think it might be on the lower end. I think it's like $2.50. But occasionally they have like things that come up, so you can actually make more money. There's things called like peak pay, which basically you make extra money if you are willing to work certain hours, if they're like limited on drivers or whatnot. But basically that Walmart experience, I never ever I'm going to do that again, because that just it ruined the whole thing for me for the Walmart side of things. Now when it comes to fast food is pretty good, I would say, but there are many times where I've run across it's like really busy, you know, like rush hour time, and I'm out there door dashing, and they don't have my food ready. So I get to the restaurant and I have to wait. And that takes away time from other order opportunities that I could have had, because I'm sitting there waiting on them to make the food. But luckily, there are some workarounds for that. In the app, there's actually an option where you can explain to DoorDash, and I think it tells the customer too that the store is like busy or the food wasn't ready when you got there, you know, stuff like that. So that will help you with the ratings, because as far as ratings are concerned, um, you know, you can't fall below, I think, a 4.2 stars out of 5. Otherwise, you get deactivated. So it is a very serious thing to get good ratings, I guess you could say. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my ratings. Now, these ratings, I've only done a little over 100 deliveries, I believe. And I'll show you here. Turn my brightness all the way up. All right, so as far as 5 stars are concerned, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, I don't think you guys can see that well. Basically, it is a 5-star review there, and I've got 12 of those out of, it doesn't really say, 111 deliveries. So I've got 12 of those, and I also had a comment that someone left for me, which I don't know if you can see it that well. But basically it says, probably the best dasher I have had experience with. And that is something that I want to jump into. So there's a lot of people that do DoorDash, and they are not what I would consider professional. And what I mean by that is DoorDash is a business, and you are an employee, basically. It's kind of like it's a different kind of business, a different kind of job, but like you're still an employee. So you should have certain standards, and for me, that is, always providing good service to the customer, always letting them know when I'm at the store, picking up their order, and when I'm on my way, so they have an idea of like what's going on. That's very important to do. And also, like after I deliver orders, I always text them and I let them know, like thank you, have a great day, stuff like that. That stuff is very important because there are times where they can go in the DoorDash app after they get their food delivered by you, and they can tip you more, so you can actually make more money after the fact. I don't know if it applies to just Walmart orders or if it's across the board. It's only happened to me on Walmart orders, but some of those tips can be pretty big comparatively to other jobs that you may get. So, yeah, and I will say that sometimes with regards to the tips, you may do deliveries and you may not get tipped anything. So that has happened a number of times, and it is very frustrating because normally the way it'll come up on my phone is, I won't purposely select something without a tip or like a very low pay. I have a certain threshold that I go off of. Typically, it's $1 per mile is what I want to aim for, and if it has 2 orders on there, like it'll show you like the restaurant, and then it'll show you 2 houses, and if it's like if the pay, if you look at it and it's like 10 something, and you know that one of those customers did not tip, but you don't have a choice but to take it, then that is typically when I would take it. If it was like $10 and I was like, well, it's only like another mile or 2, but you're only making like, at that point, $3 for those 2 or 3 miles, maybe even 4 that you're driving for that other person. So tipping is definitely something that Dashers rely off of a lot. So if you're watching this video and you use DoorDash, please give a generous tip. Maybe not if the, well, I say that, but keep in mind that some people have been screwed over a lot by DoorDashers in the past. But give some kind of tip is what I'm trying to say. If it's like a Walmart order, definitely give a generous tip, because that place to go to pick up and to deliver takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, and you need to tip that person like more than what I've been tipped, which wasn't like that great. That's why I stopped taking those orders. But basically, I just ask that all the customers that use DoorDash just keep in mind that DoorDash is not partnered, like they're not working for Walmart or Wendy's or whatever. Like they don't work for them, so they're not getting paid anything other than what you see when you go and you look at the delivery fee. That's what you're paying. That's what they're getting. So some people, are struggling a lot, and they rely off this to eat, and to feed their kids, So for those people out there, it's really hard for them. For me, it's just kind of like a side gig. I go out there and make some more money, and so far it's been going pretty good. So sorry, I gotta cough a little bit here in a second. Throat's getting kind of itchy, but anyways, basically, DoorDash was it is a way for me to make extra money and kind of be free. I don't have to be at work, which if you guys don't know this, I do have a day job, if you want to call it that. But being in one central place for like 8 hours, it doesn't allow you to have any kind of freedom. You can't really, stop and grab a drink somewhere. You can't grab a snack somewhere. You can't go outside most of the time. At least for my job, I only go outside a couple times every shift. So it's not really something that allows you the freedom that we all know that we want. Like just the freedom to be able to not only work whenever you want to work, but also be where you want to be. Because having the ability to be anywhere across the whole city, for me, that's pretty cool. I get to experience new places. I get to find, places that I never knew existed, which is really nice for me as a filmmaker, just to be able to find new places to shoot videos. And, that's kind of one of the reasons I do it too, is, it's pretty fun. Now, I say pretty fun because, of course, it's not going to be someone's dream job. It does put wear and tear on your car, so then you have to pay for not only gas but maintenance too. So just keep in mind, like if you're doing this, if you're wanting to do DoorDash, or if you are already, um, just keep in mind that there's going to be wear on your car. So for me, I drive probably close to 100 miles every time I do it, maybe over that. So it eats up your mileage pretty quick. So, but overall, I will say that it's something that I will continue to do, something that I enjoy doing. Um, Now, I have to be very selective with which orders I take, as I mentioned, because that way I can avoid kind of, not being tipped or avoiding the Walmart orders and whatnot. And then I'm personally trying to find the busy times because it varies place to place. So for me, the busy times, today's Tuesday when I'm filming this, so it's probably not that busy at all. I probably won't DoorDash today, but it may be busy on Tuesdays where you live. So just kind of depends. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. I know it was a little bit different, but I wanted to give you guys some kind of an update as to what I'm doing. If you're thinking about doing it, I would definitely do it. The process only takes, I think, like a week or like a week and a half to get verified, and the background check go through and everything like that. So yeah, I would say do it, but be careful because don't go to dangerous parts of town. That's not what I do. I stick to like certain places, and if it's somewhere where I don't want to be, I don't take the order. Just be careful doing it because this is the real world. There's a lot of stuff out there, and I would hate for one of my viewers here to be door dashing and something happen, because that is unfortunately the world we live in. With all that being said, guys, thank you for watching. I know this video was a little bit longer than my videos usually are. But I appreciate it. You guys coming and checking it out and hearing what I have to say about DoorDash. As far as Uber Eats is concerned, I tried it. It didn't really work out that well for me. I didn't like the interface. I didn't like that they wouldn't show you like how many miles you're driving, all that kind of stuff. I won't use that again. So I'm strictly DoorDash, at least for now, until something better comes out or comes my way. So with all that being said, guys, I'll see you, as always, in the next one.